Hello everyone. Today in this session we are going to understand how the two different business processes in the extended warehouse management, in the supply chain management are going to work together. Okay, and how both the processes are going to be integrated to help to each other to perform the final process in the extended warehouse management or inside the warehouse management businesses process. Okay, so in today's session we are going to see quality integration plus POSC, where we call this is the process oriented storage control. Okay, and also we see advanced vendor return process. Simple. For an example, we have our warehouse. Okay, this is our warehouse building. Okay, if we see from the top, suppose we have the drone and we are looking from the top. So this is an architecture. Inside our warehouse, very simple, we have the vendor. We have the vendor in the market or business partner or supplier we call. Okay, we purchased the medicines, different kind of medicines, and in our warehouse we store the pharmaceutical products, pharma products. Okay, we store the pharmaceutical products. So whenever we are dealing with the pharmaceutical medicines, okay, to store in our warehouse, very important thing, inside the warehouse the temperature should be maintained, okay, in between 2 degree to 8 degree Celsius centigrade, to some cases 20 degree to 25, it depends, okay, degree Celsius or centigrade, because medicines require some kind of temperature, proper temperature to be maintained. So suppose this is our warehouse, and in our warehouse this is our door. I will explain you. And this is the area, suppose reception area. Okay, these are the doors. Door number is the 9030 inbound. For inbound side we have the door. Very simple. If we have the door is the temporary storage type, contains a storage bin. Okay, so storage section. So rule, storage type always contains, storage section contains, storage bins. So 9030 storage type contains, 0001 storage section contains 90, or here we can take the name GR zone. Simple. And when we call to the 9010, the same, this is the GR zone. It's a reception. Here 9030 0001, we take the door 1. Okay, for an example, this is the bin we consider, this is a section, this is the storage type. Same in the reception. Inside the door we have the reception area. Okay, in the reception we have the 9010 0001, and in the reception I get the name ZR zone. This is the bin, this is the section, this is a storage type. And when we receive the product through the door, it processed to the reception area. Okay, first unloaded at door, then reception area, then the product will reach to the quality inspection area. Quality inspection zone. Okay, so the first unload. So here process oriented storage control works IB01, and here QIS IB03. So IB0 means unload, because to store the product we have to unload inside our warehouse first. QIS quality inspection process. IB03 means final put away. So unloaded door, first steps. Okay, second steps, we move the HU to the final here to the work center. Standard number is 8020, contains 0001. Section contains bin 802009. This is the bin, this is the section, this is the storage type. Okay, same rule, storage type contains storage section, storage bin. So today in this session I am going to integrate advanced vendor return process. Why we require the vendor return process, my dear friends? See carefully. So first what we did, unload, POSC IB01 triggered. Same time WPT, because all the process happen through the warehouse process type, warehouse task, warehouse orders, inbound delivery order, warehouse process type, warehouse task. Task is an action performed by the warehouse workers or resources. So here system triggers 3065 WPT. Okay, then we move the handling unit to the quality inspection zone, which is the comes under the work center layout, contains work center, very simple. And here we have the bin where the warehouse workers, they open the HU, then after they close the HU, they place somewhere, right? This is called, we call bins. So 8020 0001 8020. So they place in the work center, we have the bins, we place before picking, before moving, we place, we store. Okay, so now see, let's talk about POSC again. QIS will be performed here. IB03. If suppose medicines are 90% medicines are pass the quality, 10% medicines are going to fail the quality. Okay, 10% we have tested and 10% medicines are failed in the quality inspection process, integration process. So in that situation, my dear friends, in our warehouse we have, suppose this is the R7TV for an example. This is the return storage type we have, which is for the vendor returns. Because we purchase the medicines, we must return to the vendor. Okay, if the quality is going to be fail. So what we are going to do here, if this is the storage type, okay, this is the, we consider permanent, because for long time we put here until unless we don't return. So this opposite we have the, again, two doors, outbound side door, again 9020 contains 0001, same process. Section, so all the storage type contain storage type section bin. Okay, 9020 is a storage type, contains 0001 for an example. Total section contains bin, it contains GI zone, goods issue zone. At runtime GI zone will become bin, this is the storage section will become, this will become storage type. Very simple. Door contains the same type section bins. So here in the return bin, so here suppose, now let's take here 10% quality got rejected, 90% quality got passed. So this 90% product we will place to the, suppose we have here one more storage type in our warehouse, which is the pallet storage. Okay, pallet storage type. We place this 90% product here in the form of pallet. Okay, depends size of the bin, 1 meter, 2 meter, 3 meter pallet, Euro pallet, different size, different countries types pallets. Okay, so on the pallets, full pallet, we have the serial shipper container code. Also we have the handling unit ID. Okay, the identification, because each and every, like this pen marker contains identification number. Each and every handling unit, box, container contains specific unique number to be tracked, to be processed in the business. So 90% we place the product here, 10% failed product. In this depends upon the business, but in this process, as per my experience knowledge, we should return the product to the vendor. Okay, we are not going to, or it depends upon the business, but this is my my like views. So 10% product we are not going to scrap. We directly put it to the vendor return bin. In the future, we send this product return back to the vendor. So That's why, my dear friends, I have written my one of the book in the specialization into the advanced vendor return process in depth. This is the deep real-time process books. Okay, these contains full end-to-end like configuration processes, explanations, theoretically how the business happen, and so this is the book. Okay, my dear friends, vendor return process advanced. So this is the configuration guide in the process flow. So advanced vendor return process new version. Okay, so here we see the inbound delivery, outbound delivery. For an example, all the process vendor return through real time, okay, scenarios. So more things I have mentioned in the books. So this is the smoother way. So unloaded door, POSC, because special kind of process, quality inspection, pass. If product is going to be passed, we have to perform the IB03, system triggered cyber 03. In the case if the product is passed, because we are going to perform the final put away either into the bin, permanent storage type for the high rack pallet or any kind of storage type, or another bin, storage type, section bin, return bin. But in the both the cases we must use this system triggers, we must implement IB03 sorry, for final put away. So this is about the specialization book. So now suppose, so I just a moment, I will take another pen, another color pen. So when the product will come through the truck to one warehouse, the warehouse workers, they use the stackers, machines, cranes, okay, robots. Some of the automated warehouse, from the inbound delivery process to final put away to picking, we have the robots, automation, either with the robots. So when we talk about the automation process, all the process, okay, then the warehouse workers, resources, we call resources of the warehouse. Okay, so what is the resources? It might be multiple things, robots, okay, they perform the loading process on cranes, stackers, high reach cranes, low reach cranes, human workers, they perform the loading process, counting everything inside the warehouse. They do the movements. Most of the things inside the warehouse, they perform the some kind of movements, okay, like stackers, cranes, human, okay, warehouse workers, warehouse resource, okay, robots, automation side, we have the some different kind of robots, they perform different kind of activity automatically. All are comes under the resource, we call resource. So to movement of the product, to from unloading to quality inspection to place here, then again pick from here, perform to return to the vendor, okay, even rejected product return to the vendor. Or suppose if we have the production area here, we perform the scrapping, again put the product to the scrap area, okay, then retest or like we have the different storage type in this situation, reprocess station, okay, scrap zone, okay, we have for an example vendor return. For vendor return we have this, okay, all the situation resources are the backbone of the business of the warehouse. So that's why, my dear friends, if you're looking for really end-to-end implementation, configuration, understand perfectly, okay, in the how the resource works, okay, so this is my book, which is the resource specialization into the resource management. Okay, my dear friends, so this resource management specialization book into the resource management, I will tell you the how like it has a configuration guide, in-depth process flows. Okay, so this book, resource management book, okay, where I implement the business processes, this resource management book I am going to give just free of cost to all of my viewers, okay, or You may reach me via social media. This book, resource management, in-depth resource management, okay, I will give you just free of cost this book. Okay, this is written by me, prepared by me. I am the author. Okay, so this book I will give you free of cost. So thank you very much, guys. See you once again. This is the simple business process and how we do the configuration and which decision the business should take. Thank you. See you once again. Thank you, guys.